Okay, here we have a Muslim. Let us see this Muslim. Hello? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, my friend. So you are a Muslim. I don't understand your text to me. Explain to me, who are you, my friend? You are live on air.
I'm sorry, I cannot hear you clearly.
You cannot hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, I'm saying your text is not clear for me. So are you a Muslim?
Yes, I am a Muslim. I live in Bangladesh.
Okay.
My whole family.
Say all your family are Muslim and you are a Muslim. Okay. So what do you like to share with us, my friend?
Well, my mother's side is Christian, and they were converts. And when I was young, I wasn't taught much about Christianity. I was raised in Islam, and I believed in Islam. And in fact, a couple of years ago, when I was a devout Muslim myself, I defended Islam, and things were provoking. It hit my belief. But when I started realizing, rationalizing this stuff, I understood that this doesn't make any sense. So, and then people like you, David Wood, and some other apostate prophet came.
Okay, so did you decide to leave Islam now?
Well, I believe in Islam, and I do not, because in fact, I would like to believe that Jesus, in the divinity of Jesus, because I believe that I want to be saved. But the problem that I have is Jesus forgives everyone, right? Everyone in Christianity is forgiven. So what is the price of a crime?
No, this is a wrong understanding. When we say everyone is forgiven, doesn't mean that you can go make a crimes. Forgiveness is for those who repent and promise not to do more, not for those who want to do more crime. And if you commit a crime, doesn't mean it's not there. Forgiveness simply is just God. He will not, let us say, take you to court because he gave you a chance to repent and to be a better person. And you need to ask forgiveness even from the one, not only from God, even from the one who you decide to harm. And if he is, let us say, the person you harm is not exist no more, you have to pray from your heart, asking for forgiveness, even if he is dead, let us say. So you have to be decent in your repent, and you need to promise that you will not do it again. So the price of a crime is there. Jesus, he said, not everyone says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of my Father, but the one who do his will. Which means, it's not just saying I believe in you. Doesn't matter. It's not just saying I wouldn't believe in stupid shahada. That will not help you. Jesus, you cannot fool Jesus. You cannot be fraud with him. You cannot say shahada and you will go to heaven and you get all the girls. In Christianity, you have to be decent from your heart. So you have to believe, and if you believe, you do what you believe. In Islam, no. In Islam, you believe, you say something, you do something. In Christianity, no. So yes, there's a price for a crime, and everyone will pay for his crime.
Okay, but what if your faith is weak? Okay, this is not my place to judge because it's God's.
Okay, no problem. If your faith is weak, that's mean you don't deserve. I mean, it's your problem. It's your weakness, not God. I mean, he gave you everything. He told you everything. Still, you don't want to believe. That's your business.
Yes.
If a fireman, he come to your house and he said, "There's a fire. I see smoke coming from your house. Get out." And you say, "No, I don't believe you." And then you are burned in the house. Is that his fault?
That is my fault, not his.
Exactly. So
You're right.
God, he warned you. He taught you. He sent he did everything he can do to save you. And you said, still you don't want to believe it. That's your business.
Thank you for clearing this up. I hope that I could prove my faith to myself first. I'm starting to be a believer and seeing the demonic Islam's true face. but I cannot express because in my Facebook, when I go to my page, I see all the things, all the, like the apostate prophet ripping the Quran. Nobody's hearing what he's saying, but everybody's like, report this guy, report this guy. It saddens me so much. It feels like I'm alone.
No, my friend, it's very good that they are doing that, because the Bible give us advice, says, from their fruits you shall know them. So if Islam is good, why they are doing those things? Islam did not make them better people, so they are doing what Islam told them to do, a gang system, you know. So those things help us actually to prove the quality of the God. If the God is good,
yes,
then the followers, they should act good as their God. But their God, he was a gang member. He's a thief. Muhammad is a caravan rider. Muslim, they are proud about him. They attack people in the street, take their money, take their wallet, you know. And he kidnapped women, he kidnapped children, he killed women, he cut her to pieces when she was alive. She's over 80 years old. He brought a man, he tortured him to ask him, what is your money? But this is his money. Why you are torturing the guy? Because he's just a Jew. We have to take the money of the Jews. So Muhammad is a thief, so what do you expect? What do you expect from somebody he believed in a thief to be his best man? You should not be surprised. So my friend, are you willing to accept Jesus as your Lord and denounce Muhammad as a devil?
I like to denounce Muhammad as a devil, and I like to, well, my faith is not that strong, but I'm starting to believe, so yes, I believe in Jesus.
Hallelujah, amen to that. Here we go. Our friend here, he accepted the Messiah as his Lord, as Savior. And I want you to go right now and read Matthew chapter 7. And you will see how that chapter will help you. And you will see the huge difference between the devil and the teaching of Christ. You see, teaching of Christ, you do not need a book to be a different person. A sentence, just a sentence. Love your enemy. Love your enemy. Sentence. One sentence can change the whole earth. All of us. Christian, Jews, Hindus, Buddhists, atheists, doesn't matter. Love your enemy. If everybody loves his enemy, there's no enemies. And if there's no enemy, there's no army. There's no police. Do you know how much money we spend in army? Which can build millions of houses, schools, which can make the earth flourish, be like heaven, if we practice one sentence of Christ's teaching. But nobody want to practice. A human being is devilish, and Muhammad is the Antichrist, for he always practiced exactly the opposite of what Jesus said. Jesus says, love your enemy. Muhammad says, kill them wherever you find them. Torture them. Cut their fingertips. Cut their neck. I've been ordered to kill and torture all mankind. So Muhammad teaching is totally the opposite of Christ. And Muhammad, because he's evil, he used the name of Christ to fool many. He says, we believe in Isa. Who is this Isa? Even the name is wrong. They don't even know what Isa means. They don't know where his name is coming from. But I understand. Isa simply, Muhammad most likely, he thought Maryam, the sister of Aaron, she have a brother, mostly. His name is Esau. And he thought Muhammad, he thought this is Isa, the brother, the son, sorry, the son of Maryam, the sister of Aaron. And he's not a brother, he's a son. And he thought this is the same person. So he thought Isa is a son of Maryam. His uncle is Moses and Aaron, for he's a fraud. And to make it more worse, he said that the father of Mary, his name is Umran, but this is the same name exactly of the father of Moses. Even the name he called it wrongly. It says or say the Amram, he said Umran, because he was listening to the Jews, he did not hear them correctly saying it. I mean, he did not hear it, not them did not say it correctly. So Umran is who? He's the father of Maryam. Amram is the father of Maryam too. This is true. But Maryam, the sister of Aaron, and this is what the Quran says, oh sister of Aaron. When the Jews got him busted, they said to him, you idiot, what are you talking about? There's hundreds of years between Moses and Jesus. He said, oh, at that time they used to call them by their great ancestors, but Maryam, Aaron, is not even from the tribe of Mary, the mother of Jesus. So he is a fraud. The proof is all over, and you do not need to be genius to find out. Same time, fruits, my friend, always follow the fruits. From their fruits you shall know them. And now you accepted the Christ. I have an advice for you. You go to a church, look at the fruit of those people in that church. Is it good fruit? If it is, stay. If it's not, because The Bible says, not everyone says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of my Father. There's many, they are false teachers, false priests, like Muhammad, doing business. So you have to be careful. From their fruit you shall know them. A Christian minister, if you ask him a question, he have to be honest. He cannot be politically correct. Anyone, he want to teach you the Bible, if he is politically correct, he's a false person. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes.
If you ask him, what do you think about Islam or any other topic, he starts saying God, he love everybody. This is not a question. God love everybody. We don't get that. But we knew that the Bible says that people will go to hell and people will go to heaven. So what this is, I'm asking you, is what do you think about Muhammad? If he starts saying to you, well, you know, we believe Muhammad is Abrahamic, so that's mean Muhammad is a good guy. The second they say he's Abrahamic, that's mean they are approving him and they are fraud. Muhammad is not Abrahamic. Since when he's Abrahamic? What make him Abrahamic? Did Abraham kiss stones? Did Abraham pray to stones? Did Abraham teach us to have sex with the children? Yeah. So when they say to you Abrahamic, what Muhammad you have to do with Abraham? Nothing. Even in the Muslim books, it says that Ishmael, according to Muslims, he was in Mecca and he learned Arabic at the age of 11. So how he can be the father of the Arab? You know what I mean? If I go to Germany at the age of 11, and then you say to me that the German are descendant of a Christian prince, that would be the most funny, stupid thing. The German exists already. When you say he learned Arabic and he married from a tribe which is the enemy of the tribe of Muhammad. So Muhammad became from the children of Ishmael. And at the same time, the Bible says that Ishmael, he married an Egyptian woman. So the father is from Iraq, Aramaic, in his language speaking. His wife, she is Egyptian. And Ishmael, he married an Egyptian. So how the son is an Arab? You see? So Muslims, they use this strategy just to make you accept Muhammad by saying, like, and now these days, by the way, many of the Muslims, they do the same. They say, I am descendant from Muhammad. Al-Qaddafi, he is descendant from Muhammad. Saddam Hussein, he is descendant from Muhammad. The king of Morocco, he is descendant from Muhammad. Al-Baghdadi is descendant from Muhammad. Every scumbag in the world, he wanted to control you, control the Muslims. He claimed that he is descendant from Muhammad. But the Quran says, Muhammad had no children. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's a fraud system. It's a fraud system. So to control you, they say, I am descendant of Muhammad, and then people, they will say, oh, he is from the Prophet family, so we have to obey him. Yeah, right. And the funny, the Muslims, they say, like Muhammad is the Prophet, so why you need to obey a family member? I mean, did he become a prophet too? Did he inherit prophecy? You know, even the Quran says something very exposing to the stupidity of Muhammad. When the Quran speak about the prophethood, what the Quran says? The Quran says that Allah, he made from the seeds of Isaac and Jacob the prophethood. But Muslims, they say he's from Ishmael. Read it. This is the Quran. Chapter 29, verse number 27. He's quoting two names only. From his seed, the prophethood. What names he's quoting? What is the seed? Isaac and Jacob. And here you need to ask yourself a question. Why Allah did not start with Ishmael? I mean, Ishmael is the elder in the family. How come he jumped Ishmael? So, and we made and bestowed on him Abraham, Isaac and Jacob, and ordained among his offspring the prophethood. What is Ishmael? Stupidity. Anyway, my friend, I'm so happy for you that you left Islam, and if you have any question for me, I will be happy to answer you. Anything else?
Thank you, Christian Prince, for your time. Now, I think I will research everything myself, and thank you.
You're welcome. If you want your family to talk to me, I will be happy to talk to them. You told me your family is still Muslims, right?
Yes, yes. In fact, there was a Islamic political party in my country, and my grandparents used to be some sort of thing in that. And my father, in fact, my father is not like them. My father is not a religious person either. He doesn't believe in God much. He lost his faith, I don't know, because of my grandparents or something. But he's kind of different. And my grandparents tried to force the religious view on them. So in this perspective, I get some liberty about thoughts, thinking, but I cannot express because I am supposed to be Islamic. I'm supposed to say that Muhammad is peaceful, or else I'm gonna, like, you can search what happens in Bangladesh, extremists everywhere. If you say anything about Islam, they will chop off your head.
Yeah, and but they have money for knives to cut head of people, but they don't have money to fix their trains, to fix their schools, to feed the poor. But right away you say something about Islam. Yeah, this is why, you know, they don't want by terror. They want Islam to stay alive. Islam is dead. How we can keep it alive? By terrifying anyone try to open his mouth. It's a gang system. But that will not work. You know, that will not work because simply today we are in the age of the internet, and now soon there's a new company in USA. They are launching, actually already they launch thousands of satellite, and soon they will have internet, high-speed internet to every spot in the world, every spot. And many countries who they are very poor, they will get for free. So look what will happen now. Things will become a revolutionary. Nobody can stop the internet anymore. Even if you live in the middle of the desert and there's no cable, there's no modem, there's nothing. You have a phone, you have internet. Soon it's going to happen, and they are planning that this will be starting from the next year. It's not like 20 years from now. So already they have, I think, 2,000-3,000 satellite already launched, and they need to launch way more. The starting from 4,000, the project will start broadcasting internet, starting from USA, and then they will cover the whole world. So you can imagine what will happen. And remember here, because it's coming from satellite, they cannot make a proxy, they cannot block anything. They have no control. You know what I mean? Like now, Pakistan, they are blocking my videos in their through their proxy, you know, through the because the cable is coming through them at the end of the day. So they can block website, they can block anything. But by having satellite, it's not going through anyone. It's just coming directly to your phone or your laptop. How they can stop that? Islam is history, my friend, and revolution is coming. Actually, in the last just 15 years, what we were able to do because of the internet is beyond imagination. When I see the Indonesian watching my videos by millions, I never thought I would be able to reach Indonesia, the biggest Islamic country in the world. Never I thought. You know, my dream was small. It's just to, my start was very small, like a couple of people listening to me. And they don't, even a small number, they don't want to listen. Even the small number, they don't. We need to struggle to get 10 people to listen. When you make it 20, like, wow. Now I have right now 1,148 people, and this is not even my original channel. This is not my original channel. 1,147 people live. So things is going out of hand, and Islam is dead. And as you see, where are they? Here we go. You call me, you leave Islam. Where are the sheikhs? Where is the sheikhs? Here you go. You know, this is a Muslim. He left Islam. Who is a Muslim? Who is willing? Muslim sheikh is willing to call me right now and get him back to Islam. Who dare to do it? They don't, because they knew they are no match. They have big mouth when you have nothing. You are ignorant, and you know, when we are ignorant, anyone can fool us. Anyone. People, they can take your credit card. People, they can rip you off. People, they can cheat on you. Ignorance. Our, human being, his best enemy, let us say the more powerful enemy, is his ignorance. Why when the light is off you cannot walk fast, even if you are in your home, because you are ignorant in this stage. Now you don't see. That's what ignorance can do. It turns you blind. You can step on the fire and you don't know. You can cut your feet, you do not know. You can step on a snake and you do not know. Ignorant. And you think the snake maybe is something, maybe you think this is the hand of your wife. So ignorance is our enemy, and we are trying to save the Muslims by sharing the knowledge with them. This is what the Lord, He says. Read the books. Find the truth, and the truth will set you free. And look at this sentence, my friend. The truth will set you free. And today you are free. In Islam, even when you believe you go to heaven, you are a slave of sex. You will spend your eternity doing nothing but a slave of more sex, more food, non-stop. With Christ, He said he and she, they will not get married, they will be the same as angels. Why? Because the best gift He can give you is to be free. You have no needs. You are free. Imagine how beautiful it is to be free. You know, you go, you keep going, you keep going. You do not need gas, you do not need food, you do not need to rest, you do not need to sleep. You are just happy. And when the Muslims, they say that Allah is trying to make us happy by sex, can God make happiness higher than sex? I mean, He's God. The one who created little joy inside you, it's called sexual joy. Can't He make a higher joy? He can. That's why we call Him Almighty. So this is the animal joy inside you. So your God, the false God, Allah, He try to control you by the joy which is already exists. He is not giving you something. It is already exist inside the animal you. So He tried to make you more animal by making you more addicted to sex, more addicted to food, more addicted to needs. With Jesus you are free. The same as an angel. You do not need to sleep. You do not need to eat. You do not need to get married. He and she equally, they will be the same as angels. Not like in Islam, the man, he will have 72, and the woman, she will be a sex toy. He and she. So my sister in Christ, she will go to heaven, and she will be the same as I am, as an angel. We will not be angels, but we will be the same as angels, which means we have the nature, which this nature is free of all needs. No hunger, no suffering, no food, nothing. And we will enjoy a happiness no one can describe, for it's above all the happiness we knew. When you do have sex, okay, for how long you will be enjoying it? We don't want to go in details, but it's limited. And then after that, what? When you eat, how much you can eat? And what kind of joy is that? But with Christ, God is Almighty. He will make us a different person. You see, even in medicine, they give you some medicine to fight depression. Medicine, a doctor, you know. They do it in the laboratory. Some chemical go inside your brain and make you happy, which is drugs. God do not need to do that. God, He will make you happy for real without the drugs. He will not drug you. He wants you to be awake. He will not be to be addicted. He wants you to be free, and He wants you to be called the child of God. And this was one of the amazing things about Christ. When they asked Him how we pray, He said, pray like this. Our Father out of heaven. Our God, He don't want slaves. He wants children in His kingdom. This is how much He loves us. Imagine, you are the King of Kings, and everyone in your yard is a child of yours, in a noble way, not in a sexual way. He loves you as a child. He cares for you. He protects you. So the happiness of God, which will be given to the children of God, cannot be measured by a dish of falafel, as Muhammad described, or a private part sex. That is the lowest of the lowest human being trying to seduce us by the temptation of the devil. I mean, do I need to be a genius to know that this is from the devil? A man, he come to your door, he knock at your door, he say, hey, believe in me and I will give you 72 women at least for sex. Isn't it obvious that this is satanic? In the top of that, 80,000 boys, and the Quran say they will bleed. And you ask the Muslims, okay, if in the heaven, food will come to you if you think about it. Tree will walk to you if you think about it. A bird will be cooked and be in front of you if you think about it. So what? And your clothes will never get dirty, will never be ruined. You will never even change your t-shirt. You will never take a shower. You will never sleep. You will get tired. So what the servant for? What is 80,000 boys who the Quran described them as white as pearls? speaking about how pretty they are. Very sexual, disgusting cult. In the top of that, how in the world I can be happy after abusing 80,000 little boys to serve me? Let us say, for the sake of argument, they are for servant. How I can be happy having 80,000 little child abused by me? So look what Islam do. Instead of freeing us, all of us, from slavery, we find that the heaven is the biggest slave center in the world. Each one of us, we will have hundreds and thousands of women, and at least, this is the lowest heaven, 80,000 little boys to serve us. This is the biggest country, if we can say it's a country, of slavery. So while with Jesus we are free, in Islam we are slave owners in heaven. Land of slavery and injustice. Because all of slavery is about injustice. Somebody controlling somebody. So they will say to you, oh God, he created them to serve us, so what? So what? Do you like to be one of them? Oh, no, 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 I like to be served. See the hypocrisy? That is Islam, my friend. And if anyone he have little dignity, he will notice that this cannot be from God. Cannot be from God. The Quran described those little boys, they are as a preserved pearls. Why he is talking about white kids? Why they are white? Because Islam is a racist cult. No one is allowed to be in this heaven except white. Even the servant have to be white. The master have to be white. How this can be from God? All right. Okay, my friend. Thank you for calling, and I'm happy for you that you can accept the Christ. If you have any question, let me know in the future. Okay.
Okay, thank you. You're welcome too.
Take care. Take care. God bless you.
Have a good day.
You too. We have somebody. I don't know what he's saying here. Let's put it in the screen. I guess he's from Indonesia. I don't know if he's a Muslim. There's one unwritten rule regarding debate in Indonesia. When losing debate, then you must enter the winning religion. That is why Islam always speak of dialogue. I never heard of Islam speak of dialogue. Islam speak of dialogue? So why Muhammad, he killed his enemies who don't accept? When the Christians, they came to Muhammad and they said to him, we want to debate you. Do you know what Muhammad he did? Let us curse each other. That is the dialogue you are talking about? Obviously you are an ignorant. You do not know what are you talking about. This is the Quran, chapter 3, verse number 61. A bunch of Christians came to debate Muhammad. What Muhammad he did? Did he refute them? He debate them? No. He says, whoever disputes you about concerning Isa, Jesus, after the knowledge has come to you, okay, tell them, come, let us call our sons and your sons. You idiot, those are bishops. They don't have sons. They don't have wives. Our women and your women, ourself and yourself, and then we pray and invoke sincerely the curse of Allah upon the one who lied. You see the stupidity? Where is the guy who said to me dialogue? This is dialogue? Cursing party? I debate with a Muslim according to this. He will take the mic. May Allah kill me and cut my toes if I'm lying. You're telling Christian Prince. May Allah, shorten my beard from 21 meters to 20 if I'm lying. Your turn. I pray to Allah. If I'm lying, that Allah will make me even more skinny. So when you turn the fan, Allah will make me fly. Dialogue. I mean, this is the most stupid comment ever I heard. Since when Muslims have dialogue? Isn't it the Quran in chapter 9 verse 29 says, kill those who don't believe in Allah? This is dialogue? I mean, look how they fool you. We are people who believe in